This pasta only takes about 30 minutes to make. It's easy and let's make something out of it. Today we have a chicken bacon. Hey guys! Pasta. This combo is honestly good. Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? It's easy and it's delicious. 30 minutes on the clock, you know the drill. All right. I'm gonna have to. Some videos don't pause on Instagram because it's coming from Instagram. Chicken bacon pasta. Chicken bacon ranch pasta. Chicken bacon ranch pasta. All right. Now, I could have taken the bacon and I could have cut it up into little pieces and then just fried it in my pan. And I could have done that and then used the bacon grease to fry the chicken. But I didn't do that because I didn't feel like dirtying up an extra pan. I would have used the same pan, but I didn't think about it. So it's in the oven. It's got a minute, less than a minute. And we'll see if it's ready. And the pasta water is already boiling. So, because it takes 9 to 12 minutes. So, I would just heat this up with some oil. And you can cut the chicken up into little pieces, diced chicken, and then cook it in a pan with oil or in bacon grease. If you cook the bacon in your pan, you can do that. But he cooked it whole and then cut it up when it's done. But you can cut it up and then cook it. You can do it either way. It does not matter. Okay? All right? And then when you cook the pasta, you can cook whatever. This is what it looked like. This pasta, so I think he used rotini. I just felt like, when I saw the pasta he used, it looked perfect. Sometimes the pasta they use look good with it. So I want to use that pasta. But if I don't have it or I choose to use something else, then that's fine. Okay? So the water is about to boil. So let me add some salt. I forgot. All right, I added salt to the water. Let me add some oil. I've got the olive oil out, but I usually put vegetable oil or some kind of other oil like this. Like this, guys. In there, because this is still about halfway, because I have another huge bottle of some oil that my husband's mom gave us. Okay? Now I use this. This is extra virgin olive oil. Sometimes I use avocado oil or what else was there? Was another kind of oil, but I don't know. Okay. So I put some in there. I'm going to start it off on medium. Okay, I'm going to put the front on medium. Okay, let me go get something. Hold on, guys. All right, I just had to go get my drink I left out there. All right. So now, hold on. I am going to put Cash App on YouTube. Okay. There you go, guys. It's on YouTube. Okay. Now, I'm just going to put it here on Facebook for you guys. Okay, and I do see the star comment that is pinned. So that means my comments are going to work well. When I can't see a pinned star comment, that means that the comments are going to act up. Okay? All right, hold on, guys. It just says autofill. It does not. Sometimes I have to do it again when I go to post it on my iPad with y'all. There we go. Sometimes I have to. Okay, there it is. Hi, Doreen. Hello, hello. It's been a while. Yeah, I cooked on Friday, but hello, hello. All right, so the pasta is boiling. It's chicken bacon ranch pasta. That's what we're having. I haven't said any ingredients or anything yet. Okay, the water is boiling for my pasta. 1 pound of pasta. Okay. You can add a little less or a little more, but it's 1 pound of pasta. Hi, Me. How are you doing? How are you doing? How is it going, Me? All right, it says 9 to 12. Timer. Okay, so I'm going to let the timer go for the pasta. We're going to start it at 9 minutes. It says 9 to 12. Okay? Now, I have the bacon in the oven because I started that before, but it already beeped. So let me move this. Move my phone. All right, so let's see how the bacon is. Just a few more minutes. Now, sometimes when I say that, I always forget about it, but let's not forget. Okay? All right. Hi, Paul. What are y'all doing? All right. So it said 2 pounds of chicken. So I almost forgot where I put my phone. All right. Oh gosh, it went off. Hold on, guys. Now I gotta go back and bring it back up. Okay. So here's the list, okay? If you want to write it down, later I'm going to say the ingredients. 2 pounds of chicken, give or take. If you want more chicken, that's fine. 1 pound of preferred pasta, that means pick your pasta. We're using rotini, that's what I think he was using, but you don't have to. 2 cups of heavy cream. 2 cups of heavy cream. 1/4 to 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. Now, I'm probably not going to measure the cheese. I don't measure cheese. 1/4 to 1/2 cup of chicken broth. Okay? You can start out with 1/4 and then add a little more if you need to. 1 to 2 tablespoons of garlic paste or minced garlic. Okay? 1 teaspoon is 1 garlic. Okay? So if the recipe asks for 4 garlic cloves, you can either do fresh or 4 teaspoons. But if it just says like 1 tablespoon of garlic, then you just cut up fresh garlic until it's 1 tablespoon, or out the jar, or use paste. It's up to you. Okay? It says 8 to 12 ounces of diced bacon. So you can cut it up into small pieces before you cook it, and then do it in a pan, or you can do it in the oven. Okay? 1 packet of ranch seasoning. I had to buy some more because I ran out. I have this. So 1 packet is 3 tablespoons, just like it is for taco seasoning. 3 tablespoons. Okay? Then it says 2 to 3 teaspoons, 2 to 3 of garlic powder, onion powder, dried oregano, smoked paprika. Okay, those are all 2 to 3 teaspoons. Garlic powder, onion powder, dried oregano, and smoked paprika. Salt and black pepper is just 2 teaspoons, it says. And then mozzarella cheese to garnish and parsley to garnish. So you can sprinkle some mozzarella cheese and then sprinkle the parsley. Okay? But we're going to put salt and pepper and then garlic powder, onion powder, dried oregano, and then smoked paprika. Then we're going to sprinkle the ranch dressing on top last. Then we're going to fry the chicken. Okay? I've got my chicken on a plate because I'm going to season it there, and then I'm going to put it in the pan. Pan's on medium right now. It's heating the oil. And I usually cook my whole chicken, my whole pieces of breast, for 4 to 5 minutes on each side. 4 to 5 minutes on one side, flip it, another 4 to 5 minutes. And then if you have a meat tester or you know how to you test your chicken, make sure it's at the temperature of 165. Now it can be 160. If you let it set to rest, the temperature will go up a little bit. Okay? Now once I'm done, I'm going to clear some of this, move it so I can put my cutting board here so I can put the chicken on here when I'm done and cut it up into small pieces. Okay? So let's go ahead. Let's stir the pasta. It's got 5 minutes left, and then I'm just going to taste a piece to see if it's ready, soft enough, because it says 9 to 12, and I did 9. Okay? I always like to start out with the salt and pepper on my meat. Okay? Now, I'm going to use this so I don't touch the chicken. Okay? So, and then when I'm done putting the chicken in the pan, I'm going to get hot water and soap, and I'm going to wash this because I don't want to dirty another one. So when I pull it out, it's not touching where the raw chicken touched. Okay? All right. So I put it on the backside so when I turn it over and season it, I can put it right in the pan. All right. So let's do this. We're going to do some salt. Sometimes the seasoning gets off the plate on the counter, so I'll clean it up after. All right. Let's salt this. It says 2 pounds. I'm not sure by heart how many pieces 2 pounds is, because that also depends on how thick your breast is. Do you get thin breast, or are you going to use chicken breast strips, or what? So mine are usually kind of fat. I got 2 fat chicken breasts and I got a half, so I got 2.5. I took 1 chicken breast I had left, I cut it in half, put it with 2 chicken breasts and another 2 chicken breasts, and I wrapped it up. Okay? I don't know. My pepper wasn't coming out. I thought the battery was dead, but I'm like, no, I haven't used it like that. So I had to hit it, and then it went. Okay? All right. All right, so we got the salt and pepper on there. It says 2 teaspoons for salt and pepper, and the rest of the seasoning will be 2 to 3 teaspoons. But I'm just going to sprinkle. I'm not measuring. You can measure if you'd like, but I'm not. How you say wakey, wakey, Paul? You know I'm awake. You're silly. I haven't got to the post office, me? Yeah, you'll wake up, Paul. Doreen, I think you've said hi to my brother before. He always likes to make jokes on here. So he said, don't burn the kitchen. He always likes to make jokes. But what roommate? Me? Y'all have a roommate? Or are you talking about Paul? Because that's your husband, not your roommate. Unless you got somebody else there living with you. All righty. So now we're going to do some onion powder, then garlic powder. I don't know. I have an order. I usually put seasonings. I don't know why. Usually, now I'm going to leave these open because I got to use them again for the other side. Usually, I'll put, if it calls for salt and pepper, I'll put that first. Then I'll put onion powder and garlic powder if I use that, or one or the other if I'm only using one of them. And then I'll add like Italian seasoning or paprika or whatever else I'm using. And then, yeah, paprika I usually put on the top. But this time I'm going to put paprika on the top and then ranch on top of that. So I got the onion powder and garlic powder on there. Okay. I'm going to put some oregano. Open that, okay. I'm going to put it in my hand because I don't want too much coming out because it's just one big thing. So I'm going to grab it here like this. That's what the guy was doing. He was grabbing. If you have a big thing you can open, you can put your hands in your seasoning and just grab a pinch of it and sprinkle it on and then another pinch if you want more, but you know. Okay? Yeah, some of it's getting on the counter, so it's okay. All righty, so I got the oregano on there. I got freeze-dried oregano from Lighthouse. Walmart has this. It's in a glass jar. It's freeze-dried. Okay. So, put the paprika on. All right. Now, I'm going to put the ranch on. Okay, that'll be the last ingredient. And then I'm going to do it again on the other side. And then I'm going to put it in the pan. Okay, it was starting to get crispy. All right. So once I get the chicken start frying, then I'm going to go ahead and get my plate ready with the paper towel so I can put the bacon on there and they can cool. Okay? So, I want to hurry this up because, all right. So I'm flipping it over so I can, and I'm going to do the same seasonings all over again. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, paprika, and then the ranch. Oh, I didn't do the ranch. Look at me, guys. I said ranch. I forgot to put the ranch on this side. I'm brainless. And don't make a comment to that, Paul. I know you're going to say something, like you always. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Doreen, my brother is silly. I'll tell you that, Doreen. How you been doing, Doreen? How has it been going? I know I haven't been on here in a while. Until last Friday. I know. Money has been very tight. Also, you got someone living there with you. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I told you 3 tablespoons is 1 packet of ranch. But before I was going to measure, I was going to take like 1.5 tablespoons, sprinkle it over these chickens, flip it over, and then do that on the other side. But I started sprinkling and forgot. So it's okay. I just sprinkled a little bit of ranch on the other side. Okay? Now, if your chicken is really thick, you have 2 options. You can either cut it in half like this, like butterfly it, cut it in half like this to make 2 pieces of chicken but thinner. Or you can just cook it a little longer in the pan because it might take a little longer. Okay. Okay, the top of the chicken, which I haven't seasoned yet, got some seasoning on it because remember when I flipped it, got on the plate. So, all right, let's go. Do a little bit of salt. Salt back over here. You have to smack it for it to start. I don't know why. Okay. Then oregano. Get some oregano on there. Oh, I forgot about the paprika first. I totally forgot about the paprika. Okay. Now, I sprinkle some oregano on here. Now, if you don't like a certain seasoning, you don't have to put it on here. And if you want a different one, you can. Like if you rather have some kind of, like, it's called bacon ranch. So the ranch is obvious, but if you don't want ranch on there, don't put it on there. If you rather use like lemon pepper, that's fine too. Whatever you want. Okay? But okay, here we go. Okay. So I'm going to turn it up to 6. It was on 5, so all right. I'm done with the oven, so I canceled it off. Timer, we're going to start with Since it's a little thick, we're going to go with 5 minutes. And let it cook for 5 minutes. Okay? What did I do with it? I'm trying to get the bacon out, but I also want to drain these noodles before they get overcooked in the hot water. Okay? Okay. So, alrighty. So let's drain the noodles. All right. Just give it a minute or two to drain. I may put the pasta back in here because when it stays in the colander, it gets all stuck together. Okay. All right. So we're letting that do that. Get this out. Three pieces. Usually I have Selecta size paper towels, but the last 2 times I bought regular size because I forgot to buy Selecta size. Okay? So it's okay. So let's put this on here and get a fork. All right, so while that chicken is frying, let's get the bacon off of here. Okay. Okay. I'm going to check, see if there's any new comments and look closer. Just a second, I just want to get this bacon. All right, so it's on here, let it cool. Just going to get 2 more pieces to put on top so I can, because I didn't make the paper towel on the bottom to cover it up in. So like this. Okay? All right. So, let's see. Copycat of what, Paul? You don't make no sense. Paul. Oh, hi, Caroline. Are you from his church or just from work or just a friend they know? Because sometimes he has people from work or church, you know. Paul, don't talk about my weight, okay? I've already lost weight and since the beginning of the year. And I'm trying to lose some more. I've lost like 15, 20, like 30 pounds, and I still need to lose 30 or 40 more pounds, but I have to take Mounjaro along with metformin, the pill, but Mounjaro is the shot. I got to take it weekly. Now the doctor upped it again. He upped it again 3 or 4 times because he started at the low dose, and he's going to up it again to 10 milligrams, so it can also help me lose weight. Because you got a lot of those that are diabetic things and their weight loss. So, you know, because I'm at 5 milligrams and I have been for a couple of months, and I'm not losing weight. People have been losing weight off of that, but I'm not. So he's going to up it to 10 and we'll see what happens there. Okay. So I hope you've been doing good, Doreen. I know sometimes my brother says some crazy stuff. You need to be quiet, Paul. Oh, okay. Can Paul cook? You tell me, can Paul cook? I don't know if I've ever had a home-cooked meal from Paul. No. Got about 20 seconds, then we're going to flip the chicken. And then when that 5 minutes is up, I will test the chicken. And if it's not to the temperature it needs to be, then I flip it again back to the original side so one side doesn't burn. Okay? Now I'm going to put the pasta back in here. It's gonna go in this pan, but I just wanted to okay, so that is the timer for the chicken. That because I wanted to get it out the way so I can start putting and rinsing some of my dishes. Okay, guys. All right, flip it over. Oh, did I put ranch on the other one on the other side? Oh, I did not. I did not. Guys, I did it again. I forgot the ranch. So I flip it back over. That hasn't cooked yet because I put the, oops, it comes out fast. Give it some ranch flavor. Okay. Now, I'm gonna leave it open. All right, let's flip it. All right, now let's put the timer on again for 5 minutes. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and wash this because the chicken will be mostly cooked by the time I want to use it again. And I don't want to put raw chicken touched it, so I don't want to. You know. Okay. Alrighty. So let's get this plate in here. Make some room. I'm trying. Okay, so the bacon. I don't have a lot of room on this counter when I got everything. More room than I did before. I'll put the bacon over here. Okay. I'm going to try to scoot some things over. I'm leaving the seasonings open because I'm going to put them in the sauce I made. All right. And I'm going to get I got it on the, ouch, sorry, my hand hit the pan because I was trying to wipe right beside it, the corner of beside it, the seasoning got on there too. Now, sometimes if I have a lot of stuff on here, if I can't get it all through, I'll just wipe it to the floor because when I'm done, when I clean up, I sweep my floor too. Okay? Yes, I do it. Sweep my floor too. And I rinse my dishes. I just, once I rinse them, I put them in the other sink because I got a double sink. So I'll have that sink empty to put the dirty dishes in it before I rinse them and stuff like that. Okay? So, Paul, that's what you think me. Ha-ha. But whenever y'all come down here, I wish y'all would have came down here this summer. Paul, y'all should plan a trip to come down here like in October or November. Or maybe even Christmas. And then we could cook a homemade meal. And you can cook it and I can see how you cook. I'm not going to dish it. You might cook well, but I don't know. I ain't never had your meal. Like we could find something good to cook. And we could do a live. I'll lead the live, but you can be cooking. Be like, yeah, Paul, get your butt down here. All right, guys, I'm looking at the bed. It's on the other side. So I've got the bottom of the chicken facing up, and it's kind of a little split open, and I can still see raw chicken. I still see raw chicken. I'll show you. So I might have to turn it back over and let it cook for a few more minutes. Okay? Alrighty, so I got to move this. I'm waiting for everything to cool off on this pan, and there's not much bacon grease. I could have waited till this was done and then took the bacon grease and dumped it in this pan and used it instead of oil, but there's this thing on Temu. It's a jar. It's a big round thing. It says bacon grease. I was going to get that to pour bacon grease in and save it, but Well, I am. I'm not gonna buy it right now when I got money. I'm just saying. I've got like a ton of stuff in my Temu, but that doesn't mean I'm buying it all right now. Just okay. So let's see. You think you can cook better than me? Yeah, I wish you were me. Y'all need to come down here. Make a trip. Take off 2 weeks and come on down here. We got an extra room. It's not a 2-bedroom, but the other room, I don't know what that other room is supposed to be. But they said we could use it for whatever, but it doesn't have a door on it. But it has a small closet and the window. And a couple of times Mariah has spent the night here. She takes the our futon we have, she puts it into that room and opens the futon. And it's a full-size bed. That futon fits 2 adults. All right, so it's done, but I can see, I'll show you guys. If you look right in here is raw chicken. So it's a little bit in the small one too. I told you because it's thick, so we're going to let it cook for a few minutes because I can tell you it's raw. All right, so it's drying up, so I'm going to add a little bit more oil. You know, if you have to keep cooking it and the oil goes dry, or if you have bacon grease in there and it goes dry, you can add a little bit of oil. And if you don't have olive oil or avocado oil, you can just use vegetable oil or the oil that my husband's mom gave us, canola oil. So you can use that too. I don't know, what kind of oil you like to use, Paul, when you're cooking? What is I die? What is that supposed to mean? Donna, if you're still, Doreen. I keep saying Donna. Donna is the other girl. Doreen. My brother is weird. I will tell you. So ignore him. Paul. Stop talking. Your mouth is full of crap. Man, I'm gonna get him when I see him. He keeps running his mouth, Paul. But yeah. Oh, Paul, did you see my GoFundMe? Just let me know. Did you see my GoFundMe? Maybe he can cook, but not better than me. I'm not saying he can't cook. I'm not saying his food is nasty. I'm just saying we need a cook-off. I'm just kidding, guys. We need a cook-off. All right, I'm just cooking it on that side for a few minutes. Then I'm going to flip it back over because there's a side piece here on one of these breasts that I see that's not cooked. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to test the half chicken. The one that's a half chicken. Okay? All right, so let's turn this on. Going to kind of lift it up. Instead of putting it straight down, I put it like kind of in here. It's slowing down, and it's at 132. So, no, that's the half chicken. All right, so let me get this out the way. So I can get the cutting board out, so when it is done, I can put the chicken on the cutting board. The guy on the video, he said we're going to set the clock for 30 minutes to show you how you can get it done in 30 minutes. That's because he's just going straight. And he's talking, but he's doing it. When I talk, I have a bad habit. If you guys if you watch this enough, I have a bad habit of kind of sometimes stopping what I'm doing when I talk. So, okay, so there's one. All right, and I will turn the video back on once I'm done with the chicken, so we can see what we could do with the sauce and what order and all that good stuff. Okay. But while I'm starting the sauce, I'm going to let the chicken rest for a moment when I'm done. Okay? And in about another minute, I'm going to flip it again because I don't want it to burn on one side. Okay? Why wouldn't he stay with me? There's nothing wrong with me. Hi, Kate. How are you doing? No, it's my brother, but he always runs his mouth like that. He always says he's joking. He just runs. That's my brother and his wife. That's all it is. It's just my brother and his wife. I'm used to him running his mouth. I told him not to say anything about my weight, but I ain't worried about him. Okay. I'm not going to worry about him. Paul, olive oil? Okay. Paul, I asked you what kind of oil you use. This one is, sometimes I'll just buy regular olive oil. This one is extra virgin olive oil. EVOO, the way, what's her name says it. Sometimes it depends what I'm in the mood for. I'll buy avocado oil or stuff like that. I like avocado oil too. So I just use the vegetable oil or the canola oil or something like that just to pour it in my water if I'm boiling pasta or something, or when I want to fill the pan up like halfway or 3/4 of the way to fry something, like if I'm going to make fried chicken or something, I'll use that kind of oil. But when I'm actually like frying chicken breast or I'm frying a steak or I'm going to fry something in the pan, most of the time I use the avocado oil or olive oil, whatever, you know. Okay? Shut up. I'm glad you're doing good, Kate. I'm okay too. Paul, avocado oil, okay. Now I asked you also, did you see my GoFundMe? Did you see my GoFundMe? Now here it is, guys. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna explain. Now, really, I'm having a surgery. If you saw my post, then you know I'm having a surgery. But I call it a bladder surgery. I don't know the exact name of the surgery. I just call it a bladder surgery. It's like a mesh thing going up inside me to pull up my bladder. So if I run, which I don't run because I'm in a lot of pain, but when I cough or laugh or sneeze or something, I don't have to cross my legs and hope I don't, you know. And it's probably, like they all say, it's probably from having kids, but they say it's not normal. That's what they told me, or it's fixable. If I would have known that, I thought it was just something that you got to deal with because you had kids. But if I'd have known that, I'd have had it done way back in the day when my kids were little, so I could play with them and run with them before I started having my pain. But this pulls your bladder up so you don't have those leaks. Now I have like a bladder urgency too, where I always feel like I got to go to the bathroom, and when I feel like I got to go. Then I can't just hold it. That it's not going to fix that. I have a pill I have to take for that, but other than that. So anyways, they said the surgery was 2,000 something, and my part is 1,040. But they said I can pay 75%, 50%, or 35%. So I said I'll pay 35%. What is 35%? $364. And then I got to have a couple of after follow-up appointments, and I got to get medicine and stuff like that. So that's why it says a little higher. But when I went to the pre-op, you know how you go to the hospital, wherever you're having surgery 2 weeks ahead of time to get some blood work done or whatever they want to get done before the surgery. Well, I went there and the guy told me, because I didn't know, the lady said just pay it by the time you have your surgery. So when you come in on surgery day, it's paid. I thought you could pay it when you go in, but I don't know. But the guy at the hospital, he had said I have to pay it 2 days ahead of time, which would be it's surgery is Thursday, this Thursday, 18th. So I'd have to pay it by tomorrow. And I have no freaking clue on how I'm going to get $20. I mean $20, $364 for my copay. Because I was supposed to have this surgery. I'm going to flip this one more time. And while it's flipped, I'm going to see what the temperature is on the two big chickens and then test the little chicken again. I mean the half chicken. Okay? In 2019, I was supposed to have this surgery. And I don't even think the copay was as much. I think it was less. I don't remember. But I had to cancel it because I tried everything to come up with it and I couldn't. I didn't put a GoFundMe then. I forgot what I did. But I did ask my mom. She doesn't have it, she says, so I tried to ask my mom. So yeah. All right, let's see. I don't know why it's taking so long. Because so far it's reading 137 and it's still going up, but very slow. So I don't know if it's going to even make it to 138. So let's do this one. It's made it to 130, but it's slow. So it's some slow going chicken. Now this half chicken, it's still as thick as the others. It's just a half a chicken. It is at 145. I'm slowing down. It might make it to 146, but that's it. Yeah, so that's at 140 something. So maybe I should have cut it and made it thinner. If I'm going to cut it whole, I should cut thick pieces of chicken. Maybe that's a good idea. If your breast is really thick, cut it like that. Well, I was going to pick it up. Cut it like that across and make it thinner. And you can always, if you have a pounder, pound it so they can be the same thickness. Because I'm telling you, I tried to pound thick chicken like this. That's too hard. But so yeah, because you're going to end up. It doesn't matter how thin or thick. You're going to end up cutting this in pieces, mixing it with the pasta and the sauce and everything. So yeah. And look at this Sprite. It's bigger than a regular can. It is 16 ounces. A regular can is 12 ounces. I find this at the Family Dollar or Dollar Tree, whatever. I went there today a little while ago earlier, just to look. I got a few things, like I got a pack of paper towels, just 2 big ones, I got that soda and got my husband a Coke. Then I just got a couple of snacks, small ones. That was it. But when I went through it, it's right across the street in my shopping center. But the one by my son's house, he's only less than a mile up the street. It's not the Dollar Tree, it's Family Dollar, or it's a different name. His looks better because it has more. I told myself maybe I should have gone to Dollar General. I like that the best. The yellow one, Dollar General. Yeah, because it's getting old. Yeah, it's because the chicken is so thick. That's what the problem is. But next time I'm going to cut it in half and make a thinner chicken. Not in half like, how do I explain? Not in half like I did this one. I just cut it across just to split the chicken, make it two pieces. But I mean the long way, so it'll be thinner when you cut it, you know? Like sometimes people will buy a thick breast, cut it in half so they can now have two chickens. Or buy two big thick breasts, cut it in half so we can make four thinner breasts, and then they have two one meal, two another meal, you know. So but because if I cut it in half, there'll still be one side that's not seasoned, which was kind of like the side that was inside. Because let me see, I did see there was a part that wasn't cooked on the side. I'm gonna just turn it up a little bit. I'm just holding it on the side. Let's do it this way. Okay. So sorry guys, it's taking a little longer. Next time I'll make them thinner. Cole, if I'm putting you to sleep, then don't watch me. But I asked you, did you did you answer my question? Can you donate to it? Not actually to the GoFundMe, but maybe to something that send it another way because I gotta have it by tomorrow. And if I GoFundMe is set where they at the end of the day they cash out whatever's in there that day, and it takes 2 to 3 business days. And I think it was Friday, maybe Thursday, but I think it was Friday that my friend who sent $20 it cashed out, but it didn't. I think it came today, so they don't count the weekend. So let me know. Can you help out with the GoFundMe? Like, stop making your side comments for the moment and let me know. I'm like in a pinch because it would make my life so much easier. I wouldn't have to, it just, I wouldn't have to worry about a lot of things. I don't want to kind of explain it all like right on my live, like about my, bladder problem. And I don't want to go all into it, but, it would just make the things a lot easier. Now I'm testing this half chicken again. This half chicken is at 160 and it's still moving. Not fast, but it's moving. It's 161 and it's slowing down. So I let it rest and it will get to 165. So I'm going to let that rest for a minute or two. Then I will start cutting that one. Okay? Well, actually, yeah, because I can't. Well, I make the sauce in this pan, but I can't really do much until I'm done with the chicken. Oh, you just, Kate, are you still on here or are you gone? Doreen, are you still on here? Who's still on here? All right, I'm going to continue to let one cook. I'm going to take one out, check the temperature. Make sure I grab it right. Okay, so. All right, let's see. $138 is what one of the breasts made it to. This breast is now at 150. Or 151. I gotta get to at least 160 and then resting it'll get up because it's gotta be at 165. So the first big breast was like at 137, 38. This one's at 151, almost 152. But all right. I think I'm gonna cut it in half. So it can not in half this way, but in half this way with the like I'm butterflying it because it's too thick and it's taking forever. So let's see. Actually, I need to hold the chicken with my. Let's turn this around. Alrighty. So, yeah, the inside is not quite done, so I'm going to put it, because I cut it in half, so now the inside part that looks kind of raw is now flat on the oil. So it should cook that like in a few minutes. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Okay? Going to hold it up like this. Okay? Sorry, if you saw my hand jerk up, I'll tell you why I did that. Because I've been having this issue lately where, well, like I could be doing whatever, especially when I'm coloring, like those adult coloring books. I'll color, my hand will jerk, and the crown will go like that and make a color. My color pencil will go out the line, and I'm like, ah. But yeah, it does it when I'm doing much of anything. Out of the blue, my hand will just jerk. My arm will just jerk like that. I hope it's nothing serious. I don't have a doctor's. I mean, actual, a regular doctor nurse till January 2nd, I think, or something like that. Because I just saw him beginning of September, so he sees me every 3 or 4 months. So, because he's got to check on how I'm doing, blood work, see how the medicine's working for my diabetes, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna let it cook for a few minutes on there. Then I'll tell it should be. Yep, because the inside is getting cooked. Because I thinned it out. This one I just put down, so. And I didn't evenly cut it, so there's still one piece that's a little thicker than, but all this juicing. Okay, so this half piece, I'm going to start cutting. See, I'm cutting it into strips now, but I'm going to cut the strips in half. Because some people, they like to be fancy and they'll cut their chicken strips. Then they'll take it, pick it up, and lay it across their plate. But I don't want it like that because it makes the chicken go faster in your meal. Okay. Alrighty. Sorry guys, it was supposed to be a quicker, but the chicken just didn't cook as fast as I thought it would. Next time I'm going to either cut it and cook it diced chicken, or I'm just going to cut it in half first to make it thinner. Because it will cook in 45 minutes if it's not that thick. I've cooked chicken, fried chicken before, and it cooks pretty quick, 4 or 5 minutes each side. Paul, you still on here? You want to answer my question? Stop trying to ignore my question. See this little piece. All right. Hi, Shannon. Sorry, I was talking to them. My brother's on Facebook and making all his jokes again. Some of them I don't think are funny. He says, die, 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 or you're fat, fat, or something. I don't know. He just keeps making these jokes that are not quite that funny. But, Paul, how you been doing, Shannon? How's your pain? Mine still acts up, and I'm still trying to get to a pain doctor. It's been a difficult trying to get to one. So, because I got to get to one and get a regular schedule of seeing them and them doing different things to help me. So when I apply for disability, I can have some records to back me up. If I don't have anything to back me up, I have my regular doctor, but that just shows that I have diabetes and all the other problems I have, but it's not showing anything about my pain. So, And I was supposed to get some lidocaine patches, but the insurance wasn't covering them. Oh, and that patch you showed me, Shannon, for hot flashes, I did. When I went to the doctor's at the beginning of the month, I forgot to mention it to him. So the nurse came in last and I told her, I said, oops, I forgot to mention something to the doctors about. And I told her, well, he had already gone in with another patient. Okay, that's good. Hopefully that'll help. She talked to the doctor and they called me back and said, I have to go in, which I'm going to go in this week sometime. Have to go in there and get some blood work done. I had just had blood work a week before I went to see my doctor for some other stuff, like my A1C for my diabetes and some other stuff. But I have to go get it. I don't know if you had it, but it's blood work for your hormones, like hormones, something, blood work having to do with your hormones and stuff. He wants to see that and then see if he'll give me the patch, which for the estradiol that you have. I think he will. Because he's a really nice doctor. Well, he's a nurse practitioner, but he wanted that hormones, I guess, to see how my hormones are, because they do hormone replacement therapy, HRT, at this office too. And they sell some natural stuff. They're pretty good. So, yeah. All righty, guys. So I just been, and I thank you so much, Shannon, for the $20. I know you couldn't do more. I didn't even think you would be able to do that. I thank you for that. All right, so I'm going to take out these 2 pieces I put in first. And I'm going to test them. Hopefully they are at the temperature they need to be. Because I need this to hurry up. Well, I'm going to be at 140. or 139. I'm trying to make sure I'm measuring it right, in the right place. It's slowing down and it's at 144. So I'm going to put this piece back in. Let's test this piece. This is at 152. Almost 153. So this will need a few more minutes as well. Let's check this one. Let's check this one. $142 and it's slowing down. Let's check this one. I just freaking don't understand. All right, this little one piece made it to 161, and it's still going up slowly, but I'll let it rest. Okay. Sorry, guys, because now I got some, like it's getting black on the pan because it's frying forever. That's why I'm putting oil so it doesn't. I'm going to put it up just a little bit more. That's it. Okay. Wait, you said you saw it. I know, you said yes. You said yes, you saw it, but I'm asking. You said yes or whatever. Then I asked you if you would donate something. That you haven't answered. That's what you didn't answer, Paul. So who's left on here? Kate? Doreen? Paul? That's what I want to know, if you'd help donate anything. Not if you've seen it. I saw that yes, that you've seen it. Sorry, guys, just a few more minutes. I think this one's going to take forever. me check this one again. This is the next smallest one. It's going up a little bit. It must be hot in this house. I don't even have it stuck in anything. Now I do, but this one is reading, it's about to read 158. And it's still moving up, but it's slow. If I can get it to at least 160, then I can let it rest before I cut it. About 159. Well, 158.9. I'm going to just put it in for like 1 minute, literally. And then it should be at 160, and then I'll let it rest. So now I'm going to test this one. You know, this prescription of my glasses, they're weird. Like when I walk into a store or even around my house or outside, everything kind of looks a little blurry. But when I lift my glasses up, it looks all clear and nice. But when I look at my phone or trying to read something outside of the TV or just looking around in my environment, I have to have my glasses on, or I can't, my phone is blurry. I can't see without them. I have to put them on. I have to put them on to like read something somebody shows me or something like that. But if it's my TV, the TV is blurry if I leave my glasses on, which is kind of weird. It says 151, but I don't think I had it in the right, because if you don't put it in the right place, it'll either read too high or read too low. See? Yeah, it's about to read 161. So if I let it rest, it'll get to 165. All right, this one I'm going to check one more time, but it should be done because it was at 159. Yeah, it's reading 162 and still going. So I'll let that one rest as well. So we're just waiting on this one. This one that's a little fatter. Let me check my comments and then I'll check the temperature on that last piece. I know. Oh, glad the patch is working. Hopefully, I got to get there this week to get that blood test. Did you have to take a hormone blood test or something like that before you got the patch? That's what my doctor wants me to do. I know, right? I've got the bacon right here. And I'm going to cut it up and break it up. And I'm guessing it's going to tell me to sprinkle it on top. I don't know. We'll see. All the time in the house, because there's always this thing flying around, landed on me, and I'm swapping it away, especially in my bedroom. And then I'll sit there for a few minutes. It'll come back, and I'm swatting it away. And I spend hours doing this while I'm laying in bed watching TV at night. I'm like, this damn annoying mosquito. Yeah, it's in my bedroom too. It's like annoying. And then I try to smack it. And when I try to smack it, the dogs look at me like, what are you doing, Mom? I moved the chicken around the pan like this, and that made some of the oil start popping. You know, there was this hack where you take like a Coke bottle or any soda bottle. You cut like halfway through it or more, just cut the bottom off. Use the stick a fork. It showed a fork, but you stick the back of the fork through the top where you drink it, all the way down till it comes to the, till it can't go anymore. And you put your hand into the plastic bottle part, hold the handle, and stir your stuff, and it won't be able to pop because you got the bottle covering your hand. But the only thing with that it doesn't work is, what if you're stirring food with this? I don't think the top of the soda bottle is wide enough for this handle to fit through, like this. I have to test it one time when I'm done a soda in a bottle, but But it was a good hack and all that. What? Oh, I was looking for my... Okay, we're going to test this again. Because it's supposed to use the same pan to make the sauce, which I'm going to have to because that's a big pan. My other pan is not as deep and it's smaller, so. Let's see. Trying to stick it through the thickest part. Yeah, it hit 160. So I'm going to let this rest as well while I start on the sauce part. All right, so let's see what we need first. Okay, so let's see, saved there. Okay. All right. Oops, no, that's not the one. Here it is.
Smoked paprika, and then of course the secret ingredient is the ranch seasoning. Go ahead and add that on.
Okay, I was trying to forward it, but it wasn't working. I got it on mute so y'all don't have to hear it. Okay. All right, so let's see what he's doing now.
Garlic paste, stir in some chicken broth. Now hit that with the same seasoning mixture from earlier. Then we're gonna add the rest of that ranch pack. That's gonna give it that good ranch flavor.
Okay. So he said, hit it with that garlic paste or minced garlic, however you're doing it, and put in
top, and that's about it. Pasta only takes about 30 minutes to make. It's easy and it's delicious. 30 minutes on the clock, you know the drill. Boil the pasta.
Chicken broth.
Add some bacon to a pan. Cook that down and set that to the
Can we
side.
move this? I'm gonna open my chicken broth. Okay, I got Swanson's chicken broth. It says 1/4 to half cup, so the can should be big enough. Because if you open the 32-ounce box one, you'll be saving a lot. That's like 4 cups. That's why I have a couple of those when I need a lot of this.
To the same pan, we're gonna add a little garlic paste, stir in some chicken broth, and hit that with the same seasoning mixture from earlier.
It doesn't pause those videos on Instagram. So I try to mute it, and then wait for it to come back around to the part I'm at. Okay. So it says 1 to 2 tablespoons of garlic paste or minced garlic. It all depends what y'all like, and it all depends if you even like garlic or you like it so much you want to put more than that. Okay? All right, so we are going to do this. I'm going to put it on low. I'm going to put it on medium. Because you already got this, the black stuff. I wish I could get it all. You know? All right, back away. I know y'all, my brownie just came in here. I know. Ooh, cornbread. I know. I love hearing that sizzle. Right? Let's see if I can get some of the black stuff off real quick. Oh. I was trying to get it off with this thing I have, and it slipped and my hand touched the inside of the pan. I just got off some of it. So let me scrape it out. All right, now I do what I can do. All right, so it's on medium. We are going to put, it says tablespoon or two, we're going to put got to get some more garlic. We're going to put about 1.5. We'll put about. Okay, I'm going to save this because there's a couple other things that if something else is a tablespoon. All right. So then put this. We're going to, it says 1/4 to 1/2. So I'm just going to do 1/2. Just, okay. It's going to mix with a little bit of oil that was left in there. All right, I got my spoon. And you can either throw away your chicken broth or you can put it in a small baggie and lay it flat in your freezer and freeze it. Oh, that reminded me, I do have a bag of chicken broth in the freezer. I should have took that out. But maybe I'll freeze this one because there's about 1 cup and 1 1/4 cup left because it's 1 3/4 cup of chicken broth in a can because I've measured it. All right. Don't let your garlic burn. Just give it a little cook so it'll, it gets fragrant. Okay? So after you put the chicken broth and the minced garlic, you put the minced garlic in, then put the chicken broth. Then, now I'm kind of waiting him because this video is started. All right, so he's finishing up frying his chicken. It goes by fast.
Little garlic paste, stir in some chicken broth. Now hit that with the same seasoning mixture from earlier. Then we're gonna add the rest. Give it that good ranch.
Okay, so hit it with the same seasonings as you put on the chicken. Okay, so that was salt and pepper. We'll put a little bit of salt. You don't want too much because depending, your chicken broth probably has a lot. But it all depends if you got low sodium or what. Put some pepper. And then you can taste, before you put the pasta and the chicken back in, you can taste the sauce and adjust the seasonings as needed. Okay, guys? All right, so let's put some onion powder. I put the salt and pepper. Let's put some onion powder. Let's garlic powder. Okay. Let's do a little bit of the oregano. Do a little bit of oregano. And then paprika. It's smoked paprika. It's smoked paprika, okay? If you don't want to use smoked paprika, you can use regular. But if you want to use like lemon pepper because you want lemon pepper chicken, then you can use that. If you use lemon pepper, you don't need pepper because lemon pepper has a lot of pepper in it. Okay? So, and then let's just season it up with a little bit of ranch. He said use the rest of the ranch packet. He saved some for this part, but I just sprinkled it on there. All right, let's mix it up with the chicken broth in here. You might have little bits of what's on the bottom of the pan from the frying the chicken, so that's okay. Okay, then he put in the whipping cream. It said 2 cups. This one expires. I didn't use much of it. I got another one I thought I need. This one expires on the 16th. So I was like, good. I'm glad my recipe calls for it. So I can use it up before it goes bad. If you know, comment below, how long does heavy whipping cream last after the expiration date? I can Google it up, but I just didn't know if anybody knew. What kind of beans, Shannon? What kind of beans did she make? Alrighty, so that he's starting over again. And then stir it in. Once you pour once you put the minced garlic in there or the paste, get your chicken broth in there, stir it up, and put all the seasonings in there that you put on your chicken, and then put in the heavy whipping cream, which is 2 cups. Which at the beginning of the video I did label all the amounts and all right, heavy whipping cream. Then he put the cheese in there. It says 1/4 to 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, which I'm not measuring. I'm just gonna. A huge handful is 1 cup with my hand because I have measured it before. But he said 1/4 to 1/2, so I'm gonna start out with. I'm gonna just do 1/2. So about this much. If I think I need a little more, I'll add a little more after I stir it. Okay? And then he put the chicken back in there. But I'm going to make sure, I'm just going to melt the cheese first before. And while this is melting the cheese, I'm going to keep stirring it. And I'm going to stop for a minute. I'm going to work on my chicken while the cheese melts. Okay? And the video is just playing over and over, but I muted it because I think some videos do it, but not a lot of them. Won't pause on Instagram. I don't know if that means, I haven't paid attention. If regular videos won't pause either. The food videos or the regular videos. Every time I try to pause it, it just ends up muting it. So, it's not like the videos I get off of Facebook, I can pause it and then play it when I'm ready to go to the next step, I got Brownie right beside me being a beggar. Okay. Cut these in strips. And then cut them again. Now, I got these in long strips. But if you want to cut it the other way and make shorter strips and then just lay the strips across the top of your meal or whatever, you can do that too. Or just mix the pasta and then add the strips on your plate or bowl, whatever. Or you can just dice your chicken at the beginning and cook it in a pan with oil. Diced. Or if you cooked if you cut up because he cut up his bacon and he cooked it in a pan. And he used the bacon grease to cook his chicken. He cooked his chicken whole and then cut it up. But next time because I always buy thick chicken, I'm going to cut it in half, like butterfly it, so it'll become thinner and it will cook. If it's thin, not super thin, but a little bit thinner, it will cook in 5 minutes on each side, 4 to 5 minutes on each side. That will work because I've done it before. Yep, I've done it before. So. Well, I don't think you cook that often, Shannon. But if you were like cooking like I am, would you, and your dog was standing next to you or both of them, and you were cutting up chicken or something they like, would you cut a tiny piece and just give it to them, let them taste it? I do that sometimes. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. It wasn't supposed to take as long as it is, but I didn't realize because it was going to take that long because the chicken was so thick. But because if I did, I would have probably started it ahead of time and just told y'all what ingredients and what measurements what I used on the chicken. You know. Okay, I'm almost done here. I'm almost done, y'all. I'm almost done, y'all. It's like, okay. So I'm done. I'm just going to taste a piece of chicken just to see how it tastes seasoned up. It's seasoned real good. Okay, I'm not a real big fan of pinto beans, but I will eat refried beans. Do you guys like refried beans? I will eat refried beans in my tacos. On my plate when Mexican restaurants will give you refried beans on the side. But I don't like pinto beans. Weird, right? Because refried beans are smashed pinto beans. I know. All right. So, alrighty. So let's move this. All right, so I'm going to put the chicken in. We are mixing everything together. And then the meal should be just about done. Okay? All right, he's doing this stuff. I'm going to put the volume on to see what he does after he puts the chicken in.
Flavor. We're going to hit that with some heavy cream.
What do I do with the spoon?
Throw some Parmesan cheese. Once it thickens, add in the chicken. Throw in the bacon bits. Add in your pasta. Hit it with some mozzarella cheese to melt on top. And that's about it. All right, y'all. Let's make some nothing. Today we have a chicken.
Daddy's calling you, Brownie.
Pasta.
All right, so he mixes the chicken in there.
This pasta
then the bacon bits and then the pasta.
Easy, and it's delicious.
Now I'm just going to dump the pasta in there. Since it's done.
Set that to the side. Next, we're going to season the chicken. We're going to hit that with some garlic and onion powder. Then throw on some salt and some black pepper. Hit that with some dried oregano. Then throw in a little smoked paprika. Then, of course,
get it mixed in with the
is the red seasoning. Go ahead and add that on. I'm using the Hidden Valley here. We're going to add the chicken to some of the
All right, when I'm done, Shannon, with everything, I'm going to show. And since you're on here, that helps. I'm going to show garlic paste, stir in some chicken broth, hit that with the same seasoning. You're the meal on the computer, and you let me know. Does it look blurry, or can you see it real good? I got somebody to tell me now.
Once it thickens, add in the chicken, throw in the bacon bits, add in your pasta, hit it with some mozzarella cheese to melt on top.
So that's all mixed up. It's on medium, but I'm going to turn it down to 2 just to keep it warm.
This combo is honestly good no matter how.
Okay, the sauce looks a little.
It takes about 30 minutes to make.
Then I'm just gonna add.
And it's delicious.
I just added I just poured a tiny bit of
Next, we're gonna season with the chicken. We're gonna hit
chicken
some
broth
garlic and onion powder
to make it a little more liquidy.
Some black pepper.
So if I do that, I'm gonna have to add a splash
then, of course, the secret ingredient is the ranch seasoning. Go ahead and add that on. I'm
Of
using
heavy
it early
cream.
here. We're going to add the chicken to some of the bacon grease. Cook that until you get a nice sear just like this. Finish cooking that on the other side and then set that to the side.
Hold on a minute,
to the same
guys.
pan, we're going to add in a little garlic paste, stir in some chicken broth, and hit that with the same seasoning mixture from earlier. Then we're going to add the rest of that ranch pack. That's going to give it that good ranch flavor. We're going to hit that with some heavy cream.
So let's stir this up.
Parmesan cheese. Once it thickens, add in the chicken. Throw in the bacon.
I should have tasted the
pasta
sauce before I mixed it up to see if it had enough seasoning.
That's about it. All right, y'all. Let's make something out of nothing. Today we have a chicken bacon ranch pasta.
I'm just going to use this big old knife to cut the bacon, make it faster. And I
And it's delicious. 30 minutes on the clock, you know the drill. Boil the pasta.
used it on cooked chicken, so should be okay. Oh,
there's.
I'm
Next,
gonna
we're
have a lot
season
of
the
mess.
chicken. We're gonna hit that with some garlic and onion powder. Then throw in some salt and some black pepper. Hit that with some dried oregano. Then throw in a little smoked paprika. And then, of course, the secret ingredient is the ranch seasoning. Go ahead and add that on.
All right, guys.
Here.
Cutting
we're
this
gonna
up.
add the chicken to some of the bacon grease.
Then I'm
Cook
gonna
that
dump it
until
on
you get a
top.
nice sear just like this. Finish cooking that on the other side.
You probably can hear him.
To the same
I just want to see what he does after everything.
Stir in
At
some
the end.
chicken broth. I hit that with the same seasoning mixture from earlier. Then we're going to add the rest of that ranch pack. That's going to give it that good ranch flavor. We're going to hit that with some heavy cream. Allow it to simmer a bit. Throw in some Parmesan cheese. Once it thickens, add in the chicken. Throw in the bacon bits. Add in your pasta. Hit it with some mozzarella cheese to melt on top. And that's about it. All right, y'all.
And then he hit it with some mozzarella cheese on top at the end. And parsley. Well, he didn't say that, but that's what is in the ingredient. I'm going to get the parsley out. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on there as a garnish.
And it's delicious. 30 minutes on the clock, you know the drill.
I thought he was going to use the bacon to sprinkle on top too, but it's all mixed in too.
Chicken, we're going to hit that with some garlic and onion powder. Then throw in some salt and some black pepper. Hit that with some dried oregano. Then throw in a little smoked paprika. And then, of course, the secret ingredient is the ranch seasoning. Go ahead and add that on.
So the secret ingredient is that ranch seasoning.
To some of the bacon grease. Cook that until you get a nice sear just like this. Finish cooking that on the other side and then set that to the side.
Yeah, a couple times when you come on too.
Stir in some chicken broth and hit that with the same.
When you come on to YouTube, Shannon, I guess it helps a little bit because actually nobody has been coming on there. So I think this is the last part. But I think what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The TV.
Huh?
TV.
Say what? I know. Did you put it on Netflix? Hold on 1 second, guys. Send email. Alvin, check your email for Netflix. I use my son's Netflix. Actually, he signed up under it, but I'm the one that ends up I'm paying it. He don't watch it that often. But every time it says it's somehow it doesn't work on my TV or something. I don't know. I thought that was only because he lived in West Virginia. But when he moved down here, it didn't do it for a while. But at first they used to let him send a phone number, but now it says text. Email. So he has to click something in there, and we just have to wait. Once he clicks it, it'll go to Netflix. So I'm getting tired of this. Because it was 1 o'clock in the morning one time. I was still awake. I wanted to watch something, but I couldn't get on the Netflix. And I sent him a text, let him know, can you check your email about Netflix? And he was sleeping. I tried to go get his email. I know his email, but I tried to get it on my computer. But his password is the same everywhere. But it wasn't taking the password. I think he told me because that might be the only one that had a different password or something. He said, I don't want you seeing I don't want you checking my email. I said, I'm not going to check it. I'm not going to even look at your email. The only time I would if it's in the middle of the night and you don't answer your text about clicking the thing on your email for Netflix, I would go there, look at the latest email, which would be Netflix, click the link in that email, and then get out of your email. That's all. If one of my kids said that, I would. Because I don't have nothing secretive. And I don't care what he has, you know? But it is what it is. Okay, so alrighty. So let's dump in. I used almost a whole packet. He doesn't say how much bacon he used. So use as much bacon as you want because it's chicken bacon ranch. And if you like a lot of ranch, you can use more than a packet. But if you have the ranch seasoning, it's 3 tablespoons per packet. And he seasoned both sides of the chicken and left some in the packet for to put into the sauce. He did. Because he had a packet. All right, guys. They wanted some bacon. All right. So, okay, I'm going to turn it off now. I don't want it to stick. I'm mixing the bacon in. And then we'll do a taste test, and then we will end this video. Okay? Been on here an hour and a half. All right. So, I think it's enough sauce. If you don't think it's going to be enough, you can always add a little extra chicken broth and heavy whipping cream. Okay? So, all right. Excuse me, Brownie. Jazzy. We call these dogs all different kind of names. Oh, nope, that's cilantro. Gosh, trying to stretch to reach something, and I'm so short. All right. All right, so there's my parsley. Okay. Now let me take a picture of this. Okay. All righty. Got a picture of it. Who's still on here? You never answered me, Paul. Say here if you're still here, but it's about to be in. I'm going to show you it, Shannon. Let me know if you can see it or is it blurry. I've got it garnished with. Let me know, Shannon. Oh, I was supposed to garnish it with mozzarella cheese and then put the parsley on there. They were both for garnish if you want to do that. So yes, I'm just going to add a little bit. I might take another picture and delete the other one so you can see the mozzarella, or I might do both. Okay. All right. So. And then I'll probably put my seasonings away and the cheeses away and then clean up the rest later. My pan behind this pan, the lid is a little greasy because it got grease on it. All right, so I'm going to taste it and then I'm going to put the lid on it for a few minutes to let the mozzarella I just put on there melt. But I want to taste it for you guys first. Okay? All right, so here we go. Here we go, Shannon. I know it's always been blurry, but I'm going to post pictures on Facebook and YouTube like I always do, so. That is really, really good. Now, everything has been sauced, but next time I'm going to put a little more chicken broth and heavy cream because it could be a little more saucy. Whew. My back is hurting real bad. That's why. But you know how I do my dance for when it's really good? So, yes, that's excellent. So, yes, I'm going to put the lid on so the heat can stay in and melt some of that cheese. Or I may just put it on low. Low is like right before you turn it off. All right. So that's my meal. Oh, Facebook. I forgot to show you what it looked like. See, the green stuff is parsley. I took a picture with it and forgot the mozzarella put on top. But there we go. All righty. So I'm going to take one more picture with the cheese on it because I forgot. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to end this way and all lives. I appreciate everybody who came on here. And I appreciate anybody who's going to watch the replay. And please comment #replay if you watch the replay so I can see how many people watch it after I post it. And anytime you want to see any of my recipes, and it's been more than 30 days, you can always go on YouTube. If you're subscribed, or if you're not, you can subscribe. Go on there and find a video because they'll be on there forever. But Facebook has got that new thing where they take your videos down after 30 days. Your live videos, your cooking videos, doesn't matter what kind of video, as long as it's a live video. I don't think they do your pre-recorded videos. I'm not sure. But I know the live ones they do. Okay? They'll warn you a few days before to download the video if you want to keep it. But as long as I got them on YouTube, I'm good. So, yeah, I want y'all to stay positive. Do your thing. You know, don't let no one tell you can't do it. I love you guys. And I hope you have a good evening. I just wanted to show off there's my Jazzy. And there's Brownie. There they are. Okay. That's for Facebook. And there's Brownie, Shannon. And then say hi, Jazzy. She's barking at the computer. But yeah. So have a good evening, Shannon. And anybody else that's still on Facebook. And anybody that watches this, have a good evening. Have a good rest of your day, whatever time of day you watch this. If you watch it tomorrow. And I will talk to you guys later. And I'm going to try to come live on Elizabeth apostrophe S Life LIFE for Friday. Because Friday I will be doing another live. Now the next following week after this week, I will be doing a live on Monday because I have enough food for the 2 weeks for the paycheck between paychecks. But when the next paycheck comes, that Friday and I don't know how that's going to go. I have to take it paycheck to paycheck, okay? But this paycheck, I do have all 4 meals. So Friday you will be getting a meal that's ground beef, and the following Monday you'll be getting a week from today you'll be getting another chicken meal, and then we'll see from there, okay? So I want you to have a good evening, Shannon, and yeah, I'll be posting pictures either tonight or tomorrow on Facebook and on here YouTube, so you can see the pictures. All right. So, yeah, that was a simple meal, Shannon. This was simple. It's just next time I know better to cut the chicken in half and make it thinner so the chicken don't take so long to cook. Normally, it would have been way done sooner, but anyways, you have a good evening, Shannon. I love you guys. And anybody who watches the replay, thank you for watching. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, Shannon. Bye, YouTube.